Buenas tardes, chaffinches and sparrows. Let's going to have our story of the day. Let's going to finish our week with this story. Let's going to have Burglar Bill. Burglar Bill lives by himself in a tall house full of stolen property. Every night he has stolen fish and chips and a cup of stolen tea for supper. Then he swings a big stolen sack over his shoulder and goes off to work stealing things. Every morning, Burglar Bill comes home from work and has stolen toast and marmalade and a cup of stolen coffee for breakfast. Then he goes upstairs and sleeps all day in a comfortable stolen bed. One night, Burglar Bill is working in a little street behind the police station. When he comes to the first house, he climbs in through the bathroom window and shines his torch around.
"That's a nice toothbrush,"
said Burglar Bill,
"I'll have that."
and he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the second house, he climbs in through the kitchen window and shines his torch around.
"That's a nice tin of beans,"
said Burglar Bill,
"I'll have that."
and he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the third house, he climbs in through the bedroom window and shines his torch around.
"That's a nice hat and coat and a pair of trousers and socks and shoes,"
said Burglar Bill,
"I'll have them."
and he puts them into his sack. When he comes to the 16th house, he stops. There, on the front step, is a big brown box with little holes in it.
"That's a nice big brown box with little holes in it,"
said Burglar Bill.
"I'll have that."
In the distance, the town hall clock strikes 5.
"Time to stop work,"
said Burglar Bill. He swings the sack over his shoulder, picks up the box, and goes home to have breakfast. After breakfast, Burglar Bill plays with his cat by the fire. Suddenly, he hears a noise.
"Sound like a police car,"
said Burglar Bill. But the noise is coming from the big brown box, and it is getting louder.
"Sounds like 2 police cars,"
said Burglar Bill. He creeps up to the box and raises the lid.
"Blow me down,"
he said.
It ain't not police cars, it's a..."
It's a
"Baby!"
Burglar Bill puts the baby on the table.
"What was you doing in that box, baby?"
he says. But the baby only keeps on crying.
"Hold on," said
Burglar Bill. He pats the baby little hand.
"An orphan."
But the baby only keeps on crying. Then Burglar Bill says,
"I know what you want. Grab."
Burglar Bill gives an apple to the baby, but still the baby cries. He gives a slice of toast and marmalade to the baby, but still the baby cries. He gives a plate of beans and a cup of tea to the baby. The baby eats the beans, throws the cup of tea on the floor, and it starts to laugh.
"That's better,"
said Burglar Bill.
"I like a few beans myself."
Burglar Bill sits by the fire and wonders what to do. The baby's crying again. He gives the baby a football to play with. The baby throws the football at the cat and keeps on crying. He gives the baby a book to look at. The baby bites a hole in the book and keeps on crying. He sings a song and plays the piano to the baby. The baby cries louder than ever. He falls off the piano stool and bangs his nose on the floor. The baby laughs and shouts, "Again!"
Again?
said Burglar Bill. He rubs his nose.
I didn't want to do it in the first time.
Burglar Bill bounces the baby on his knee.
So you can talk, he said. Say Burglar Bill.
Burglar Ball, said the baby.
Say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper,
said Burglar Bill. Burglar Ball, said the baby. Suddenly, Burglar Bill feels his knee getting wet and smells a smell.
Pooh, he said. I know what you want.
Pooh, said the baby. Burglar Bill changed the baby's nappy. He doesn't have another one, so he uses an old bath towel instead.
Say, for he's a jolly good fellow for changing my nappy, says Burglar Bill.
Burglar Bill plays with the baby and shows it around the house. He feeds it again, changes his nappy again, washes its clothes and hangs them on a line in the kitchen. When night comes, he takes the baby for a walk in the park.
Say, run for it! If you see nobody, if you say anybody,
say Burglar Bill. Run for it, the baby says. At 12 o'clock, Burglar Bill comes home, puts the baby to bed and goes to bed himself. Soon, he's snoring softly and dreaming of his childhood days. Suddenly, he wakes up. Downstairs, there is a noise. It is a noise that Burglar Bill has heard before. The noise of something opening a window and climbing carefully in.
Blow me down, said Burglar Bill. I'm being burgled.
Burglar Bill creeps to the top of the stairs. Down below a torch is shining and a voice says,
That's a nice umbrella. I'll have that.
Burglar Bill creeps down the stairs, the voice says.
That's a nice tin of beans. I'll have that.
Burglar Bill creeps along the hall and into the kitchen, the voice says.
That's a nice date and walnut cake with buttercream filling and icing on the top. I'll have that.
Burglar Bill puts on the light. There, with a black mask over her eyes and her hand in the bread bin, stands a lady.
Who are you?
said Burglar Bill.
I'm Burglar Betty,
said the lady.
Who are you?
Burglar Bill puts on his own mask.
Oh,
said Burglar Betty.
I know you. It's Burglar Bill. I've seen you in the picture in Police Gazette.
Then she said,
Look here, I'm ever so sorry breaking in like this. If I'd have known...
Don't mention it, said Burglar Bill. He holds out his hand. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Burglar Betty says. Burglar Bill makes a jug of cocoa and opens a packet of ginger biscuits. The two burglars sit around the kitchen table.
You married, Bill?
said Burglar Betty.
No,
said Burglar Bill.
The right woman never come along.
He offers the biscuits to Burglar Betty. She takes one and dips it into her cocoa. Only, I just wondered, she said,
seeing these baby things.
Oh, I got a baby, said Burglar Bill. Found it on a doorstep in a box.
In a box?
said Burglar Betty.
That's right,
said Burglar Bill.
A big brown box with little holes in it. A big brown box with little holes in it,
said Burglar Betty.
That's right,
said Burglar Bill.
Well, blow me down,
said Burglar Betty.
That's baby's mine.
The two burglars hurry upstairs to the baby's room.
That's him,
said Burglar Betty. She swings the baby in the air.
You see, he's got this little birthmark on his leg, and these are his own little claws as well. Would his grandma nicked him? Nicked him.
Back in the kitchen, Burglar Bill makes a fresh jug of cocoa and opens a packet of arrowroot biscuits. Meanwhile, Burglar Betty tells him how she lost the baby.
You see, I just felt him on the doorstep for a minute while I was burgling the house, and when I came out, he was gone. I thought the police had got him. I only thought it was a useful sort of box, said Burglar Bill. I never known there was a baby in there until I got home.
Burglar Betty gets ready to leave.
I suppose your husband will be glad when you get back, said Burglar Bill. No, he won't, said Burglar Betty. I ain't got no husband.
She dabs a little hanky to her eyes.
You see, I'm a widow lady.
Burglar Bill walks through the town with Burglar Betty and the baby.
You know, Betty, he said, getting burglar like that give me a fright. I know what you mean, said Burglar Betty. Losing my baby like that gave me a fright.
I can see the error of my ways, said Burglar Bill.
I've been a bad man. Me too, said Burglar Betty. I've been a bad woman. I've been a terrible woman.
Just then the baby starts to cry.
Shh,
said Burglar Betty.
You'll have the police after us.
Burglar Bill looks over his shoulder.
From now on, I'm going to lead an honest life, he said. And all them things I've pinched, all them things I've pinched as well, said Burglar Betty. All of them things, said Burglar Bill. Mine and yours, Betty. We're going to take them back.
We're going to take them back. Whoa. So there they are. Even everything they stole. Even the police hat. So Burglar Bill stops being a burglar and, after a time, starts working as a breadman in the local bakery. Burglar Betty stops being a burglar as well. When spring comes, she sells her house and gives the money to the police envelope found. Then she gets married to Burglar Bill. Outside the church, Bill stands with the baby in his arms.
Say, Bakery Bill, he says.
Bakery Bill, says the baby.
Say, for he's a jolly good fellow for marrying my mom. Say, for she's a jolly good fellow for marrying him,
Betty says. In the distance, the town hall clock strikes 4. Bill, Betty and the baby leave the church, walk down the little street behind the police station and go home to have their tea. No more burglary. That's a nice short story, isn't it? There's Burglar Bill working in the bakery. Right, that's this story for today. We will have more next week. Bye bye.